as a gecko. If a gecko runs across my wall.
Hey guys, welcome to the latest edition of the Mia Connect on Air. I'm your host, Mia Voss, and I have not one, but two guests. One just came sliding in at the last minute about 5 seconds ago, which is awesome. So welcome to the show, Randy Hilarski, and we have Ralf Kaiser joining us. Thanks for being on the show today, guys.
Thank you, Mia.
Yay!
Thanks, Mia.
Okay, and then Randy, this one is for you. Get ready for it. Let's see if it works. You hear it? Can you hear it?
No, I don't hear it. Is
you can't hear it. I'm playing Van Halen Panama for you. So I literally got on YouTube to look up some old school Panama for you. So awesome. All right, guys. So you know what the show's all about. We're going to dish about social media. Randy, go ahead and get started. Tell us what you want to shout about or dish on or anything today.
Well, as most of the people who follow me know, I'm all about Google+.
Yes.
That's my main social network. I've been on here since, I think it was the second week it was launched. One of my friends sent me an invite, and I've been on fire ever since. I love the platform. I love Hangouts. I love the fact that everything I post gets indexed immediately. And
preach it, brother. Preach it.
Yeah, and people find posts of mine from 2 years ago and still make comments. It's the funniest thing when you're going through your stream and you see something that's 2 years old and people are still commenting.
And they're liking it. Now, you have 35,000 in your circles. Is that correct?
Yeah, about 35,000 people have circled me, and
yeah.
I don't really do anything unnatural. I've never paid for a follower. You know, there's people out there doing that. There's no reason to do that. People will find.
It's all about engagement.
They like your content.
They will. It's all about engagement for sure too. I did have something the other day. I don't know if you caught it. You may not have commented on this event, but I had somebody that just kept spamming at about 4 o'clock in the morning, so I was mad because I didn't see it. He kept spamming it with weird little links on my event too, so I was able to block him. But that was a tough thing. People add you to their circles, so you have to go back and kind of weed them out a little bit. Have you ever had any problems with that?
I've never had problems with it, but my wife Anna has. She has her stalkers.
Well, that's because she's a hot number. Let's face it. Let's give a little shout out. Let's give a little shout out to Anna. All right, Ralf, you are our last-minute fabulous guest. Tell us about you and real quickly, and tell us what you're loving or hating or what you want to dish on about social media this week.
Well, all things social media. I follow Randy. You know, I met Randy on Google+, and it's been a case where if you want to be successful at something, just follow somebody else that's successful.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to a Google Plus strategy, when it comes to connecting, and when it comes to engaging, I follow Randy's lead. And I'm not nearly as good as Randy is. I need to be better at it, be more disciplined at it. But it's even been a case where, because of meeting Randy on Google Plus and engaging with him, we've developed ideas. We've whether it's been on gold and silver, precious metal investing, Randy and I have had hangouts on that. Whether it's about social media, whether it's about digital ads, it really doesn't matter, because all of it started with Google Plus and Randy and I meeting on this.
And that's, of course, how I met you as well, Randy. And I did that nice, gentle little semi-stalking because I was loving what you're about. That's kind of the format of it. I always tell people that. I'm sure if an actual stalker happened, we wouldn't think it was funny. But
I know how we actually met, Mia. It was like it was one of my. I know because the way I do my circles, how I circle people. For us, it was clout. I posted one of my things like, who would like clout today? Who would like me to give them a plus or a plus K? And you responded, and I immediately put you in my circle. And I gave you clout, and there it went from there. And now we're hooked up on every single social network. And,
we are.
And now we're doing a hangout.
Yes, and I think is what it looked like. I was like, ooh, me, when you said that. Which, speaking of which, you have me right here. You did a great blog post the other day about the idea of paying it forward, which I absolutely love, which is what my show and my business is all about, is just talking about stuff I love and community and social media. But I thought it was so great. You talked about cred and clout and trust cloud, and tell us real quickly about that, because I thought that was fantastic.
Well, I've been using cred since shortly after it was launched, and same thing with cloud. And I like both of the platforms because you get to track your own engagement. Your score goes up the more you engage, A lot of people say, oh, you could have phony numbers and people can give you plus Ks and you can manipulate your scores. I don't care about the manipulation of the score. I don't really care about my score itself. I care about paying attention to the scores to tell me if I'm keeping up my engagement. Who I'm talking to, who's responding to me. Am I going out each day and mentioning enough people? I don't want to appear selfish. I want to appear that I'm helping other people. If you appear that you're helping other people and it's true, genuine,
authentic.
Authentic, people will follow you and they want to learn from you. You come online, you've got these so-called social media experts who come on every day and they post only about their own products, only about their own services. They post something and they run. Like, I posted a really cool post yesterday of it was an infographic, and I hated the infographic. This is the first time I've ever posted something that I did not like. And I posted it, and I little write up for it. It said, you
Was that the soda can one?
Yes. Yeah, you could spend 5 minutes a day on Google Plus and be successful on Google Plus. That is hogwash.
Yeah.
No, you cannot. You could post on, you could use automated services to post for you, but you're not going to get an engagement. People are not going to get to know you, the true you. And who is going to enjoy your post if you just post and run and don't respond?
I call it a social media vomiting on people. For sure, just blah, kind of. Hey, Matt McDonald says hi to all of us, by the way. I think you follow him too. I totally dig him. He says good luck to us. Real quick to Regina Woodward, who works with me. Randy Hilarski has some interesting stuff on his profile, so I had to add him. Speaking about clout, is it worth it? What exactly does it really do? Wouldn't Google Plus numbers be better? I'm gonna let you guys take that, and then I'll comment on it too.
Well, Ralph, you really don't use your clout that much.
I don't, but I always appreciate your comments and everything on that. Again, I'm following you more, Randy, on that and building on that.
Okay. Well, this is how it is when you sign up for clout. People think it's just all about getting points and giving points to other people. That's not what it's for. I use it for, it's truly my measurement.
Yes.
If my score is going up, it's telling me that I'm engaging more with people and I'm having a communication, a good communication with my followers, with the people who are going to my blog, because you can connect with WordPress now. You can connect to Google Plus, your Facebook, your Twitter, most of the other social networks. I wish they would add Pinterest and some of the
newer ones. Yes.
But but you can keep track. Now, Google Plus, or Clout is good for that, but Cred's even better, because Cred will show you graphs of your interaction. It'll show you how many mentions you had that day and how many times you mentioned other people.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Now, and you could keep that. You could see where your level is, and if you're getting too selfish and you're posting too much of your own stuff, that's bad.
You can tell.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a quick story about the clout I had for, sometimes they offer to change, your accounts and say, would you like to change it to your business page? Or I thought I was adding it, and I changed it from my personal page where I have a ton more friends, and my followers are good too, to my business page, and my clout score, I felt like my credit score dropped. The next day it went from like 75 to 35, and I literally was having a fit of like, oh my God. So you really do have to attach it to whatever you have the most interaction with. But I agree with you on both of them. It's such a great aggregator to be able to check and see what your activity is and where you're getting either weak or strong.
Exactly, and that's what I use it for. And Mia, I think we lost your video. Now is only on the bottom. You're not in the main screen anymore.
Okay, how about now?
Yep, you're there. I have you there.
Okay.
Yay. Can you see me too? Hey,
because I don't, but I don't know why. That makes no sense.
Wait, you can't see my Wonder Woman shirt? Oh,
yeah, I can see Wonder Woman.
Come on now. It's Action Figure Friday. Hey,
and before we forget, before we move on, Trust Cloud is very new. Trust Cloud is your online. It's similar to your credit score. That it's a way to go on and comment about other people or give people. They're called T's, like K's in Cloud, T's on Trust Cloud. And you could say that they're either punctual or they're reliable, they're considerate, they're generous.
And you have that on your website. You've got that little icon now on your website.
Yeah, I like it. I like it that much. It's very new. It's very difficult to gain because it's not like Clout where you can get get people to come to the page, and yeah, well, I guess you could do that, get people to come to your page and just give you a whole bunch of it. But I think I like how the score system works for it. Check it out, people. If you like TrustCloud, I like telling people what I appreciate them for.
Well, and tell us where to find that obviously with you on Google+, but that's on your blog. Tell us your blog real quick because it's so great because you also describe how many teas you can give a day. You have a really great description of that.
Yeah, it's randyhilarski.com. You can actually find it on my Google+ profile. And that was an article I wrote, I think it was Monday?
Yep.
Monday or Tuesday. And
I liked it.
Yeah, everyone, either you love it or hate it because there's people out there that absolutely cannot stand influencers. I like it. Mm-hmm. I read a book. I read a book a long time ago. It's called The 48 Laws of Power, and one of the 48 Laws of Power states, go to the side that's weak. In the beginning, everyone said Google Plus stinks. You know what? I'm hitting Google Plus hard. Everyone says Cred stinks. You know what? I'm going to join Cred and be part of Cred and help build up the service. That's just how I look at things. You go with the weak one and you help build up the weak, and
right.
It works for me, and it's helping me be successful on social media. And now look at Google Plus now.
Yeah, I remember. Oh wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I do remember from 2 years ago when it first started, and I was such a Facebook hooker, I'll say it. I loved it, and then I got on Google+. I'm like, I don't get this. And then in the last year, especially when I decided to do my show, and then I knew it was attached to YouTube, I have been such a convert, and it's great to be in your company because sometimes I get out there and I hear crickets chirping from people who are like, this is stupid. I'm like, dude, it's Google. You've got to try it. And it's really, you can fall down the rabbit hole if you feel like, you're just trying to figure it out. But, give it some time. I'm with you on that one for sure.
And Randy, I want Ralf to come in here and tell him about what's come forward with him and I working together too.
Yes.
He's got to have a moment for that.
Oh well, I was just going to ask Randy, just if you were to give one pearl of wisdom to somebody who wanted to come on to Google+, start a profile for the first time, and because people talk about it outside of Google+ as the ghost town, right? Yeah. And so I think there's probably more negative outside of Google+ about Google+. So what would you give one pearl of wisdom to somebody that wants to start up a profile and come and start engaging on Google+?
Well, if you're new to Google+, do not worry about your follower count. I don't give a crap about your follower count. Engage. Get involved in communities. For example, Kim Garst. Kim Garst has her social media community. I think it's got like 7,000 people in the community.
It's a great example.
Exactly. You go to Kim's, you can follow her on Twitter and everywhere else, but she's starting to really take Google+ serious. Go in there, post your posts in Kim Garst's community and maybe 2 other communities. You know what? You have 7,000 followers in that community. It's no different than whether you post it in your own circles or in the community.
Absolutely.
So people are like, oh, I have nobody following me. Yes, you do if you join some communities.
Yeah, and that's the engagement.
And people will start following you. Go in there, have a conversation with people. Oh, this person's cool.
Yeah.
And I was just going to say, Randy, you got to talk about what I consider to be one of, I don't know if it's your best, but certainly one of the more interesting posts you ever did on Google+, which has to be the Anaconda. I mean, it went hot, and considering all the work you do with expats to Panama, you have to talk about the Anaconda for just a moment, because I understand it followed you home, and Anna didn't allow you to keep it. It was like a puppy, so Anna didn't allow you to keep it.
Well, there was this, I think I originally found it on Reddit or something and someone said that they found this huge anaconda on a work site here in Panama. I don't even know if it was Panama, but I posted the picture, it went viral, and it got shared, I think, 5,000 something times, and and due to that share, I think I gained about 200 new followers. So, and back then I only had about maybe 20,000 people in my circles, and it wasn't
only 20,000.
Well, okay, I'm sorry. I don't want to trivialize it at all.
No, but, I love it. I love those numbers. So shout it out loud, proud.
Here's another pearl. I don't care how many followers you have. If you have good content, if you have a good post, and an influencer shares your post, it can go what's hot.
You're so down. I have a gal here in Colorado. Her name is Erica Napolitano, and she's redhead writing. And Gary Kawasaki shared her post, and I just about wet my pants.
Yeah.
That's now you got it going on. Like that's all good.
That's how you know.
It's how you know, exactly. Hey, real quick, and for everybody out there, because if we type right now, I've been trying to answer, but if we type right now, it's going to keep flipping back and forth, so we can't necessarily answer the questions through on the writing it, and we also have a little bit of a lag, so just bear with us. Real quick, so here's one I was going to ask you about. We have Jason T. Weiser. Hi, Jason. Says, what are your thoughts about Empire Avenue, and for the same reasons that you, and is it for the same reasons that you like clout?
Well, I love Empire Avenue.
Okay, talk me into it, brother, because I need to be talked into it.
Yeah, I joined 3 weeks ago. I think it was maybe 4 weeks ago. I hit it hard out the gate. I said, you know what? I've heard great things about Empire Avenue. I was on it probably my first couple days. I probably spent 4 hours per day buying people's shares. I know a lot of people on here have no idea what Empire Avenue is. It's a social network that's similar to a stock market.
Yes.
And you're buying other people profiles, and you can buy up to 200 shares when they first sign up. And you get a piece of that virtual money, which is called EVES, and then you can use that to have missions. And you can set up missions, and you could say, okay, for 10,000 EVES, come to my blog and share my blog in 3 different places, or share my latest blog post in 3 places, or come to my Google Plus profile and give me 10 plus ones, or come to my Twitter and tweet this out for me to your followers. And you could pay them 3,000 EVES, and it was a wonderful, wonderful tool, especially since I was just getting back into my blog, and it really helped me get my engagement. And when I announced my writing of my ebook 2 weeks ago, and I put it on Empire Avenue originally, guess what?
Yeah.
It won Google Plus What's Hot. My ebook
It
went.
did? Oh,
it went What's
awesome.
Hot. It went nuts. And
this is your book entitled Social Media and You, by the way.
Social Media and You, but it's not. We have it on ClickBank. If you actually want a copy, just let me know, and I'll send you a copy. But on ClickBank, it's being offered as part of a package. So I really like Empire Avenue, but it's not something that you can ignore. It's something you really have to spend, I would say, at least 20 minutes a day on, buying other people's shares, taking the EVES that you get and reinvesting them into other people, because as you reinvest, you get something called dividends. So if you buy 200 shares in Ralf, I know Ralf's not on Empire Avenue, but if Ralf was on Empire Avenue and you bought 200 shares in him and his dividend was 50 EVES, each day you would earn 100 EVES. So if you have 10,000 people and you own 10,000 different people's shares, and they each have 200, now you're up to 200,000, and so you get 100,000 every day dividends, which you could then use to run missions.
Numbers game, for sure. And I think you're probably one of the only people that I've invested in, because I am on Empire Avenue, and I felt like a big hot number, because a ton of people were doing that, and I haven't done anything since, so I'm probably the cautionary tale. So forgive me, anyone on Empire Avenue, if you feel that I have ignored you. Like that,
it is a game. It's truly a game. It's a lot of fun. You go in there and you have fun. But I have made some great connections, and I've only been on there. Well, I guess it's about a month now.
You know what I like?
Place.
It is. You know what I like? You're right, because when you see people's profile and it's just got every single. Oh, I guess my picture's off. But there's me on top of a building. There's you've got everybody's info right below it, which is fantastic. So okay, we've got a couple other things. So Regina says, Mia Voss knows that I love Google Plus. I do, darling. I may be in love with Google Plus. I can state that just engaging with people will get you more followers. I have no idea why over 1,000 people are following me, and this was before I joined communities. All I did was make posts about my blog, Star Wars, which we just had a conversation about that before this show started. How much it's only about Empire and Star Wars for me. And then engagement, it works. And then we also have Jason says, big thumbs to your EA response. When do you do the Mission Google Plus share combo? When you do the Mission Plus share combo, you will knock it out of the park. The perfect viral recipe. And he wants to know what your handle is. So everybody should throw out their information.
It's just Hilarski. It's my first initial, then my last name. That's my handle on Empire.
How about you, Ralph, for any, obviously not EA, but for everything else?
Oh, for me, Google Plus certainly is a focus for me, as is LinkedIn. These are, being in the investment world and in the trading world, Google Plus has been good, LinkedIn has been very, very good, and it's just that's the type of audience that I seek and look at and engage with. So LinkedIn's been very good for me on there, and just under my name, under LinkedIn is the place to find me.
Gotcha. And of course, for me, under LinkedIn, it's Mia Voss, and then for mostly everything else, it's the Mia Connect, so you can find me there too. Hey, quick other things. Let's talk about anything that came up on the news this week. So I know, did you check out the Google Views yet, you guys? I know that just came up. Google
haven't
Views
checked.
Maps.
Yeah, I haven't checked that one out yet, but I want to. Yeah.
Let me see if I can screen share real quick to, here's what it looks like. I'm going to click out of you guys real quick. This kind of made me a little dizzy, to be quite honest, because it kind of moves around a little bit like this. But it is pretty trippy.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
It's amazing.
Look at that. So that one I'm going to definitely be checking out as well. And I don't, did anybody do the Facebook? I know you guys aren't as big on Facebook, but the Facebook on this day, did you see that new announcement? I think it was on Mashable.
No, I haven't seen that one either.
Well,
Facebook's barely even on my radar. I just do it because my family and friends are there.
Exactly, it's just to post pictures. Yeah, I tried to click on the link. And
Twitter and Google Plus for me. Those are my main two social networks now.
I think I'm going to go with Facebook and Google Plus. Twitter I do love as well. But you know what though, Ralph, I'm with you on LinkedIn. I do coach a lot of the people that I work with the Mia Connective. You know, just especially people that are in that industry, in these different industries that kind of need to have a little more regulation or a little more formal. LinkedIn is the bomb for that. I mean, it's the best way for you to say, look at me and all the stuff I can do.
Yeah, and for me, I think too, if I'm to look at it, having grown up me in the investment world, if I'm to take a look at the executive leadership of social media today, I mean, Google you can't go wrong with, all right?
Amen.
But I am really impressed with the leadership that is behind the company LinkedIn, and I think they are going to be one to watch. I think as the world on the internet moves from content a little bit more to context as well, and people come onto the internet and are expecting information to find them, I think LinkedIn is going to be a leader on that.
Right.
Gotcha.
And they own SlideShare. SlideShare is going to be huge. And,
yes.
And they own
yeah,
it.
good point. Yeah.
You heard it here, people.
That's not an endorsement to go buy the. That's not an endorsement to necessarily buy the stock or anything like that. But
it's
little,
so I think
little
that
top heavy right now.
I like that. So usually on my interview show we do the Bat Crap Crazy moment, and I think we just had our Bat Crap Crazy because that's what you're loving. So for you, Ralph, I'm going to go with LinkedIn.
Absolutely.
And Randy, it seems like you might be a little bit Bat Crap Crazy about Empire Avenue this week.
Yeah, because it's my new toy.
Yep. It's, you know, at least you're not playing with just the box. You're actually playing with the content. Most time you get something new and.
You've convinced me, Randy. I'm going to have to go. I'm going to have to go check out Empire Avenue. In fact, I should actually get in the car. They're located literally. I think their corporate office is 20-minute drive away from me. So I'm going to have to go see them.
And
go stop.
Get them to work. You can get them to work with us because they're coming out with some new features. They're doing a lot of changes to make the system more easy to use, and they want to roll some of that out, and they're going to be doing over the next 6 months or so. That's what I've been reading in some of the forums. So exciting times. The people that have been on there for a while are being all crotchety about it. But you know what? Change happens. Look at us on Google Plus. What we've had to deal with over the last year with all the changes.
I love it.
Like me and I were talking about notifications. Oh my God.
Oh, how annoying you are. No, that's the thumbs down. So yeah, talk about that real quick, Randy.
These new notifications. What can I say? I loved the old ones. I had no problem finding what I needed to find. If I wanted to search one of my hashtags, I just did a search. You know, if I really wanted to find something, I just did a search. I don't care about looking at all of my comments and all those other things. It's just too much stuff in a drop-down menu. Bring back the old comments. I know they won't do it, but you know, this is me being crotchety as an original Google Plus user. But I'll adapt. We'll get to learn how to use it properly, and it'll just take me a couple months. That's all.
I know you have to allow for the cranky period. I endorse cranky. Real quick, and these I really do. I had these on my notes. So Jason T. Weiser, thank you for this because you have the you have the other FYIs, which I love, which is the YouTube live events. And I believe that is actually only for people who have more than 100 subscribers. You can do these YouTube live. He just put this up on there.
Yeah,
and then
I
Pinterest,
applied for it today. I applied for that today. Yes.
Of course you did. You're Randy Hilarski. And and then the other is Pinterest sales, which I just saw that today as well. So basically, it's going to even more so get people to buy like crazy, because if you have an item that you've already liked or pinned on Pinterest, you'll get a notification if it goes on sale.
Really?
Yes. Crazy.
That's good for my mom. My mom, she's got her crystal vibrations selling all over crystals. Look! I gotta show off my mom's giant crystal to capture all the negative energy. This is what I keep next to my computer. My mom gave me this thing. Oh yeah.
Show me again.
Here, I'll put it up close.
There's no negative energy in Panama, though. There's no negative energy down there.
It's supposed to capture all the negative energy. I absolutely love this stuff. Check out my mom, Crystal Vibrations, on Facebook. Oh, you're taking a picture?
That. Yeah, I gotta get a picture of us all on the show together. Oh, it's got the flash though.
No problem.
I'm gonna tweet this bad boy. All right, you guys, listen. We have been a couple of clucking hens because it's already 26 minutes into the show. So do me a favor, guys. After we're done here, this is gonna go up on YouTube, and we're all gonna be commenting. So please, Ralph and Randy, go in and feel free to make these comments that we've already posted. I know it's gonna be on the show. It would be great for it to show up in the comments too. So please do that. And you guys are going to be in my bevy of beauties for coming on the show anytime you want. So you got something you're crazy about, you just let me know, and we'll do that. So thank you for coming on the show.
Can I give Ralph 1 minute to plug the what we're doing with our ad exchange that we just
let me give a sound for it real quick.
Ralph, give us a little plug here.
No, it's something that's exciting, and again, this comes back to meeting Randy on Google Plus and just the networking and the connections and that we've done, and that Randy and I think we're better together. And we are working on trading now the most valuable commodity of the 21st century. And that's not precious metals or water or carbon credits or stocks or bonds or anything. It's internet traffic. And we're working with setting up an ad exchange. And all is done now. In fact, we are launched and we're underway, and Randy's already been putting some campaigns through so that we can direct highly targeted traffic to offers of any kind and to websites of any kind. And
wow.
And I've been 25 years in the investment business, trading stocks, trading bonds, trading futures. And this has never gotten me more excited about being able to help small business entrepreneurs get highly targeted traffic to their websites and to their offers. I love it because it truly is the lifeblood of the internet. They need it, they want it, they got to have it.
I love it. Now, is there anywhere we can go? Let's everybody please subscribe to or join the circles for both my guys here today. But is there anywhere specific we can go to keep an eye on that?
Yes. To Randy. Randy on Google Plus is going to, particularly here on Google Plus, Randy's going to keep all of us up to date on it, how it works, who's going to use it, and even the business opportunities, both as an advertiser as well as an agency partner with us. And I'm just so excited about some of the targeting that we're able to do demographically, audience data targeting for B2B. It's just so amazing. I'm just so excited about it. Stay tuned to Randy here on Google Plus. He'll fill you in as we develop it.
So watch this. This is the visual. Finger on the pulse, people. Finger on the pulse. We're going to be watching. That's my new hashtag, finger on the pulse. So Randy, now even more reason to be constantly watching your page and gently stalking you in my inimitable fashion. So guys, thank you so much for being on the show. Guys, this is going up on YouTube. Of course, you can watch it anytime. We're all going to be commenting. So thank you for coming on the show. We'll see everybody on the next TMC on air.
Thank you,
Bye,
Mia.
guys. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
All right, ciao. There's a gecko. If a gecko runs across my wall.
Hey, guys. Welcome to the latest edition of the Mia Connect on Air. I'm your host, Mia Voss, and I have not one, but two guests. One just came sliding in at the last minute about 5 seconds ago, which is awesome. So welcome to the show, Randy Hilarski, and we have Ralf Kaiser joining us. Thanks for being on the show today, guys.
Thank you, Mia.
Yay!
Thanks, Mia.
Okay, and then Randy, this one is for you. Get ready for it. Let's see if it works.
Okay.
You hear it? Can you hear it?
No, I don't hear it. Is
You
there
can't
music
hear it.
going on?
I'm playing Van Halen Panama for you. So it
Oh.
must have I literally got on YouTube to look up some old school Panama for you. So awesome. All right, guys. So you know what the show's all about. We're going to dish about social media. Randy, go ahead and get started. Tell us what you want to shout about, or all about engagement for sure too. I did have something the other day. I don't know if you caught it. You may not have commented on this event, but I had somebody that just kept spamming at about 4 o'clock in the morning. So I was mad because I didn't see it. He kept spamming it with weird little links on my event too, so I was able to block him. But that was a tough thing. People add you to their circles, so you have to go back and kind of weed them out a little bit. Have you ever had any problems with that?
I've never had problems with it, but my wife Anna has. She has her stalkers.
Well, that's because she's a hot number. Let's face it. Let's give a little shout out. Let's give a little shout out to Anna. All right, Ralph, you are our last-minute fabulous guest. Tell us about you, and real quickly, and tell us what you're loving or hating, or what you want to dish on about social media this week.
Well, all things social media. I follow Randy. I met Randy on Google+, and it's been a case where if you want to be successful at something, just follow somebody else that's successful.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to a Google Plus strategy, when it comes to connecting, and when it comes to engaging, I follow Randy's lead, and I'm not nearly as good as Randy is. I need to be better at it, be more disciplined at it. But it's even been a case where, because of meeting Randy on Google Plus and engaging with him, we've developed ideas. We've whether it's been on gold and silver, precious metal investing, Randy and I have had hangouts on that. Whether it's about social media, whether it's about digital ads.
Dish on or anything today?
Well, as most of the people who follow me know, I'm all about Google+.
Yes.
That's my main social network. I've been on here since, I think it was the second week it was launched. One of my friends sent me an invite, and I've been on fire ever since. I love the platform. I love Hangouts. I love the fact that everything I post gets indexed immediately. And
preach it, brother. Preach it.
Yeah, and people find posts of mine from 2 years ago and still make comments. It's the funniest thing when you're going through your stream and you see something that's 2 years old and people are still commenting.
And they're liking it. Now, you have 35,000 in your circles. Is that correct?
Yeah, about 35,000 people have circled me, and
yeah.
I don't really do anything unnatural. I've never paid for a follower. You know, there's people out there doing that. There's no reason to do that. People will find.
It's all about engagement.
They like your content.
They will.
It really doesn't matter, because all of it started with Google Plus and Randy and I meeting on this.
And that's, of course, how I met you as well, Randy. And I did that nice, gentle little semi-stalking because I was loving what you're about. That's kind of the format of it. I always tell people that. I'm sure if an actual stalker happened, we wouldn't think it was funny. But
I know how we actually met, Mia. It was like it was one of my. I know because the way I do my circles, how I circle people. For us, it was clout. I posted one of my things like, who would like clout today? Who would like me to give them a plus or a plus K? And you responded, and I immediately put you in my circle, and I gave you some clout, and it went from there. And now we're hooked up on every single social network. And,
we are.
And now we're doing a hangout.
Yes, and I think is what it looked like. I was like, ooh, me, when you said that. Which, speaking of